Do you ever have a question about how to run your landscaping company, whether it's a business, pricing, or equipment question, and wish that you could just ask somebody else and get a response from somebody who knows what they're talking about? Well, while there's a ton of free content and a lot of it's pretty good on YouTube and Google, or even all the groups on Facebook and LinkedIn, you often have to sort through a lot of noise to find the good stuff. And today I'm excited to share an interview with Ken Osberg from Echo about their online community for the green industry called Echo Means Business. Now, it may seem like because Echo owns this website, it'd just be a big old advertisement for Echo stuff, but it's not. In fact, Echo sponsors the website and has a third party manage it. And in today's episode, Ken shares about this robust online community that you should check out and how they grew organically to over 20,000 active users, how they have a 30-person user advisory group, which is 30 volunteers from the green industry who moderate the content and help people network on there, and how you can get started with it. So check out today's episode to connect with more people in the green industry.
We weren't getting the leads that I knew we could. We weren't getting the right leads.
What started happening is that our leads are more qualified.
Our sales have probably gone up by about 10 to 15% a year.
We're going to increase our sales volume by $1 million in a year.
What's up, everyone? My name's Jack Jostes, and welcome to the Landscaper's Guide to Modern Sales and Marketing podcast. This show is all about helping the green industry increase your sales, increase your profit, increase your lifestyle. And I know as a small business owner, it can be kind of lonely running a business, and there's a lot of challenges that you face. There's a lot of stuff that you're just not going to know how to do. But the good news is there's typically other people who have done what you're trying to do before you, and they've had success with it. And I found a key to my success is always studying, always learning, and most importantly, always connecting with other people in my industry. And I really believe that today's episode is going to share an incredible resource with the green industry. So let's dig into the episode. All right, everyone, welcome to today's show. I've got a really exciting guest who I just learned is actually from Illinois, not too far from where I grew up. His name is Ken Osberg, and he's the director of marketing from Echo. And he's going to chat with us today about some resources that Echo has created through their website, echomeansbusiness.com, which is kind of like a social network for landscapers. It has all kinds of online community. It has pro benefits, all kinds of cool stuff. So, Ken, thanks for coming on the show today. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where are you from? And how long have you worked in the tool industry?
Yeah, well, Jack, first, thanks for having me. Great to be on your show. I'm at Echo and been at Echo for about 5 years, and that has been 5 great, wonderful years in the green industry. Prior to Echo, I have roughly 20 years in the hand tool space, dealing with professionals, and so and it's been a great ride. I'm in Illinois, as you mentioned. I'm in Lake in the Hills, Illinois, specifically, which is a way far western suburb of Chicago. And the Echo office is in Lake Zurich, Illinois, which is a northwestern suburb of Illinois.
That's great. And Lake is it Lake in the Hills?
Lake in the Hills, right?
So, what kind of fish do they have in that lake?
It's more of a pond, really, than a lake. But it's a great area, actually. We're close to great shopping. We're near Algonquin, Illinois. We're close to Huntley, Illinois. So Lake in the Hills is this little hub community, just kind of slammed right in the middle of all the action. And so it's a great spot to raise kids, great schools, and just a great place to be.
That's awesome. Yeah, I grew up in the Chicago suburbs too. I grew up in Arlington Heights, and then right where I went to high school was Mount Prospect, which is at 669 feet above sea level. It's a mount there. There's really no mount there. It's just kind of the top of the hill. So the names out in the Chicago suburbs can be a little misleading. But well, great to have you on the show. And tell me a little bit about what is Echo Means Business.
Right. So Echo Means Business is a community of pros, by pros for the pros. I mean, it's really that simple. A little bit of history behind it first. We started Echo Means Business almost about 5 years ago. And the idea was, you know, there was a need for pros, a want for pros to really interact with one another, but there was no good platform yet. And so we recognized that, and really we started down the path of just starting to build a community, and really with the goal of providing a safe space, if you will, a platform for pros to come together and interact and help one another be better pros, be better business people, be better landscapers, and then mentor each other, bring the next generation up. And really, it's all about giving back. And in a nutshell, that's Echo Means Business. And there's so many resources and so many people associated with the program that are really there to help one another. And that's what it's about in a nutshell.
Yeah, and I was talking with Melanie from your team, and the site now has over 21,000 members.
That's right.
Which is, I mean, that's an incredible accomplishment. How have you been spreading the word? Are people just telling each other about it? Are you advertising it, or how are people finding out about Echo Means Business?
Yes, and yes, Jack. Yeah, for sure. So part of the Echo Means Business program, there's a small subset of pros called the UAG, which is Echo's User Advisory Group. They are, we'll say the instigators, I guess, if you will. So they create content, they create discussion starters on the platform, and kind of will lob things out there like, what do you guys do for insurance? How do you quote mulch jobs? And so they'll start conversations and get that rolling within the community, whether that's on the forum or the app and all the different platforms. So there's 31 user advisory group members that kind of help facilitate that discussion. And so when this program first started, we started recruiting to build that base of 30, and then from there came the advertising, if you will, but the word of mouth type of advertising, right? So they would typically have their own followers. They've started building their social channels and their social network. And so as they talk about Echo Means Business in their channels, more eyes, more ears hear about it, more people coming to the website, experiencing it, understanding the value, understanding the not just the value, but really the fellowship that they get within the program, that working with one another, sharing ideas with one another. And so that really spread like wildfire. And went from 0, to your point, to 21,000 in less than 5 years.
That's really remarkable. I'm in a number of landscaping groups on LinkedIn and on Facebook, but none of them have anywhere near 21,000 members. What is it about the social network on this site that would make people, right? It's kind of a tall order to get people to create a profile on yet another social network. What do you think what value are they getting there that they're not getting somewhere else?
Well, first, it's truly organic. And number two, it's brand neutral. So this is not an Echo advertising platform. So we encourage all brands to be discussed on the platform. And really, it has to be that way, Jack. It has to. Otherwise, you're going to lose all credibility, and people will recognize that, see this, or take this as an ad, and then go somewhere else. And that is not the intention. Our intention is to really provide that platform for everybody to engage, talk about all the brands. And so that's a critical part of this. And it's third party run. So we have an agency that supports us to manage the platform, manage the user advisory group, plus the overall platform of Echo Means Business as a community. So this is not Echo trying to sell more product, if you will. This is really Echo trying to be a proponent of the green space and give back, if you will, and make sure that there's a forum for people to be better business owners. So back to your original question, how is it different? Why are people wanting to show up? Why are people still there? Why are we growing? It's because they're getting things that they don't see or get in other forums. And it's that unbiased, truly organic, brand neutral feedback. And you name the content, it's out there. There's product reviews. I had mentioned, people are discussing, just how to be better business people, what insurance, how to quote a job. What do you like? Do you like stand-up, sit-down lawnmowers? I mean, it runs the gamut in terms of the type of content. And this has been the historical platform, because we'll get into a little bit of what's new, I hope, and talk about where Echo Means Business is going. So historically, for the past 5 years, this has been the platform. It's been 100% free, 100% open to everybody. You register, and then you can participate, follow along as little or as much as you'd like. And again, it's all about a pro helping another pro. And so the value that they get, the tips that they get, and again, the fellowship that they get, I think is really the value that they find and they keep coming back for.
Yeah, and that fellowship and community is one of my favorite things about the green industry in particular. And I think, especially in the last year with COVID and shutdowns and things, a lot of trade shows didn't happen. And, a lot more of that networking happened online. And I think that, one thing I'm excited about is you guys Echo is celebrating their 50th anniversary. Is that this year or is it next year? That's
2022. So next year, right? So we're going to kick it off at the GIE show this year in Louisville in 2021, and then celebrate all year long, man. I tell you. So we're going to start in October and we're going to carry it all the way till November of 2022.
That's amazing. So you guys are going to have a kickoff this fall live. I'm certainly excited to go to the GIE Expo and see that. And this will just be a great way that people can connect and keep in touch with all the great people that you meet at a show like that, and keep in touch online after things like that. So the website, the echomeansbusiness.com, is really well done. It's really cool. You can create a profile, you can get little points for interacting. Ken, share your screen, and for people who are watching or listening, we're going to take a look at echomeansbusiness.com, and Ken, just kind of walk us through how to get started and maybe what are some of the features that aren't as obvious that people should definitely know about.
Yeah, good. So this is the website platform, Jack. So this is what people will see when they come into the website, echomeansbusiness.com. And I had mentioned we're moving on with so many new elements, and so what we see here is all the new elements. So I mentioned the last 5 years have been about pro tips, right? And if I drop in here, you can start to get a sense of some of the things that are going on. So there's podcasts, all with various topics. Work less, make more green. Finding and working with mentors. So, you name it. There's a ton of topics in here. But so that piece has been available for quite a while, as is the pro forums. So here is a way for people, again, to share and interact. And there's various topics. I'm going to just drill into one to give some folks a flavor for what's here. And you can see there's a lot of activity, recent activity, 17 hours ago, 21 hours ago, up to a couple of weeks ago. People are talking about pruning. People are talking about pollen. How about hardscaping? This site is an awesome resource. If you're looking to get into a new service as a pro, and you're looking to find out how the other guy does it, and you need hints on how to do that, and hardscaping is a perfect example, right? So, and I think, as COVID hit, and it really changed the dynamic of our pros, our customers, and their services. They had customers. All they used to do was mow and blow for customers, right? And then they'll have somebody say, "Hey, well, can you do this for me?" Yeah, I could do that. I could do some hardscaping, no problem. never done hardscaping. They'll go home, they'll Google, how do I hardscape, right? Because they hadn't done it
Right.
before, but they want to expand their services. And this is exactly the type of resource which is perfect for those type of people. Oh, great. Talking about hardscaping. Let me follow that a little bit. I mentioned the product reviews, trimmer versus whatever. So there's all kinds of product comparisons, product reviews. Blowers are huge, blower wars and all those kind of things. And that's some of our number one visited content, on the site, on the channel. And so anyway, so these were and are great resources today. Now, just like literally a week ago, we've launched Echo Means Business 2.0. And what that means is we have launched a lot more resources for the pro. And just to give you a flavor for some of those, part of it is, not that one, that's coming, I'm going to get to that, pro networking. You mentioned it, Jack. People love to interact, right? And socialize and be together when they can't be together. And so this is one way we're enabling that. So every 2 weeks, there is a online YouTube live event where pros come together. There's a topic that gets thrown out there, and then there's usually 3 to 4 moderators who drive the conversation, and then there's chats going on, and people are on and they're chatting about how they can be better, and they hear the hints from the moderators, and then they get to interact. So it's kind of a twofer in this case. They get to network, they get to share, and then they get to mentor one another. So that's fantastic. That's a new piece of our program going forward. And like I say, they're roughly every 2 weeks on a Thursday. Then in terms of benefits, there's also some, I'll say, behind the wall. So there's a lot of free benefits, but then there's also new part of this 2.0. You can subscribe with a paid subscription. For the first year, it's, if you see a UAG member, and I'll get to UAG in a second. If you see a UAG member, they have discount codes. You can get a discount on this. Everyday price is $149, and that unlocks a lot of additional benefits. And so one of them is called Pro Rewards, which I'll get into here. So Pro Rewards is basically a hub for discounts on products, services, not only within the green space, but then also lifestyle. So you can see here, Fence Armor. Fence Armor has a deal. So once you subscribe, you now unlock the ability to come into here, and now you can take advantage of all these deals. And maybe you're interested in getting into the Fence Armor program, getting those products for your customers. You can get, this one is save up to 25% off your next order of Fence Armor. Great. I mentioned lifestyle. There's Sam's Club discounts. There's all kinds of partners. Parts, eReplacementParts.com is a partner. And again, the value that you see here is going to way outweigh that membership fee for sure, because you can see here, RV buying
Oh, look,
program.
RV buying program. That looks kind of cool.
Absolutely. There's Power Sports, TurboTax, Nationwide Pet Insurance, security, water parks, hotels, car rental, boat buying. you name it. So some things very, very much in the green industry, some things very much in the lifestyle side of things. And so this is never one and done. We continue to update, add new partners, add new offers. So something really cool here to unlock behind that 149. There's just to kind of keep rolling through here, there's pro missions. What this is the topics that get thrown out. And again, it's ways for people to engage. We're talking about GIE, right, Jack? So here's one, GIE plus Expo Memories, right? And so this one just launched, so there's not much there, I don't think. That one just came out. But what's your top tool? All right, as an example. So that it's one of those, one of those, show me something and go, right? So not everybody jumping on here. So we have somebody showing their brand new pruners, somebody with a new PAS 2620.
Yeah, and I just wanted to to point out that not all of these things are Echo tools, right? So it's not all, you would think that because it's Echo means business that it's going to be all Echo stuff, but there's clearly people talking about pruners and different things that are, it's not all just Echo stuff. So what,
Absolutely.
I really like this. And one of the things that I like about it, so you mentioned, people saying, hey, do you do hardscaping, and people going and Googling it. One of the challenges with that, yes, you can find anything online, but what I like about this is it's all curated here, and then there are votes from other industry professionals. So people are liking and voting top content, so it rises to the top. They're commenting, and that's so helpful to get feedback on ideas and interact with people rather than just anyone on YouTube.
Absolutely. And there's a bit of a gamification aspect to this. You get points for doing different things on the site. I have 35 points. It's not for me, but
Ken,
you can
you've got to work on that. Your current rank is 82. Look at Craig Williford has 2,400 points. He had 22,409.
Yeah,
Who is that
exactly.
guy? So click on Craig for a second here. Who is Craig? Can we connect with Craig and message him, or?
Yeah, we can in a different place over in our membership. We could get to Craig if we wanted to find him that way.
Okay.
Craig is one of our UAG members. I mentioned, the user advisory group, these instigators, right? And so he's one of the UAG members. He's in his first year this year in the UAG program, and so we're excited to see him. And obviously, he's contributing a huge amount. He was just on 5 hours ago. So.
And so are the UAG members, are those like landscape professionals around the country, or they're not all Echo employees, or who are these?
No, you're exactly right. So they're first and foremost, they're completely volunteer. They have to apply to be in the program. We get roughly anywhere from 5,000 to 7,000 applications a year to be in the UAG program, and we bring in roughly 30. And we maintain a level of about 30 members every year. And so what they do, number one, is I mentioned they are mentors of the community, right? Of the green space community. So they're here to help their fellow pros create content, create idea starters, conversation starters, and help one another. That we also they're super helpful when Echo comes out with a new product and it's in pre-development. They might have a chance to give us some feedback on it before it's launched and find some ways that we can improve those products. And so they're a great team, and they really are a huge asset to Echo Means Business, but the overall green space community.
Great. Well, thanks so much for the tour of this. And for those listening, if we want to try this out, how do we get started with that, Ken?
Yeah, so just go to echomeansbusiness.com. If it's your first time, just like sites everybody's on, right? You look for the login or look for the register here. I'm already in, so it's going to recognize me. Just look for that register here. Like I said, there's a lot of value in a free membership, and you set yourself up, and then you have total access to the website. And then what you're going to want to do is, once you're logged in there, go and download the app, because we have an app version which has a lot of these type of similar functions and forums and activities going on, just obviously in your fingertips with your phone. So be sure to check that out as well. And that's, of course, Apple and Android locations.
That's awesome. So you guys not only have a really great website, clearly it's easy to use on desktop, but there's a mobile app. So for those of you who are listening, definitely check it out at echomeansbusiness.com. Now, do you have anything fun planned that you know about at the GIE Expo? Because I'm guessing a lot of people listening are going to be going.
Yeah, we have a lot of things planned. Not everything's fully baked out yet, but I can tell you for sure the Echo Means Business Social Lounge is going to be there, just as it was 2 years ago. And that's a great partnership between Echo Means Business and the team at GIE Plus Expo. Great partnership there. And again, it's about giving back, making sure pros have a space to interact. They never had that before. And so, with EMB, we came to the show and said, hey, they're all interacting online. Let's give them a place to interact in person. And so that really blew up and was a huge win for the show and for the attendees 2 years ago. So Echo Means Business Social Lounge will be back again. We're excited about that. In terms of Echo, this is our Super Bowl, man. I tell you, we try to pull out all the stops, and we had an absolute awesome show 2 years ago, and we are looking to basically take that and keep moving forward and do it all over again. Lightning in the bottle is our goal there, and make sure that we have the very best booth, the most engaging booth for the professional customers that come from the Louisville.
All right, Ken. Well, thank you for coming on the show and sharing this. EchoMeansBusiness.com looks legit. I love that you have all these different benefits and that you've created this online community for the green industry. So folks listening, check it out, EchoMeansBusiness.com. And Ken, I'll look forward to seeing you at the GIE Expo this year.
Can't wait to see you, Jack. Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
Thanks so much for checking out today's interview. And if you haven't already, go and check out EchoMeansBusiness.com. My name's Jack Jostes, and thank you for watching this episode of the Landscaper's Guide to Modern Sales and Marketing podcast. If you're new here, we publish new content every week to help you grow your landscape company. So be sure to like this video below, click the subscribe button, and let me know in the comments, what social networking do you do to grow your business? I'd love to connect with you there. So see you in the comments and talk to you next week. Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, that was it.